Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do the remembrance for the Ironeye Nightfarer in Elden Ring Nightreign. So the first thing we're going to do is head over to the journal, and you can fast travel over here by clicking on your map. And you are going to need a memory fragment to start this remembrance, so just make sure that you've beaten a Night Lord with the Ironeye to be able to start this portion of the remembrance, and then we're just going to hit begin remembrance to get things started. And it's going to bring you right back to the round table, and we are going to go back over to the journal to figure out what our first objective is. And it says, talk to the priestess about the task. So if you look on your map, you can see exactly where she's at. Normally she would be in here by this table right here. But if you zoom out, you can see that she's like right down the middle. If you go through this middle door right here and hop over the railing and then just head down this way, go through this little pathway right here, she's going to be standing right here, and you're just going to want to exhaust her dialogue fully. And you can listen to the information about the fellowship and the trader if you want to. I think you just have to choose one, and then you'll get a prompt that says accept the task up top. Now once you finish with your dialogue, it'll say objective added, and then you can teleport back to the journal or run back up here, it doesn't matter. And once you go back to the journal, it'll give you your next objective. And it says defeat the other Ironeye who has appeared in Cataclysm in Limfeld. So you're going to have to do a expedition to be able to defeat this enemy. And he can be a little bit difficult. He's not too bad, but I'd recommend having a team with you. Or you can do it solo. It doesn't really matter. It just makes it a little bit easier to have a team help you with it. And once you start your expedition, there is going to be a red dot on the far left end of your map that you see I've marked. And you're going to want to go to this mark, and that is going to be where the other Ironeye is that you're going to have to defeat. And once you jump down here, he's going to spawn. And you're just going to want to take him out. He is going to be another Ironeye, so he's going to be dodging quite a bit. So just be careful. So make sure you defeat him. And after you do that, it'll say Invader Vanquished, and you'll be rewarded with the Trader's Letter. And you're just going to want to keep that. Make sure you don't quit out of the match or anything. Make sure you just finish the match, lose or win, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you don't quit. And once you finish the expedition, you should have the Trader's Letter in the items that you got after the match. And once you get back, it'll say talk to the priestess at the journal. And she's going to be in the same exact spot she was before. So we'll just head through here and then head through the middle door, hop over the railing. And she's going to be right through this little door here. And just exhaust her dialogue. And after you finish up her dialogue, it should say remembrance completed. And you can come over to this portal right here and conclude this portion of the remembrance. And it's going to take you right back to the journal, and you'll be rewarded with the Ironeye's Chalice and the Cracked Sealing Wax Relic, which I will be going over both these at the end of the video. So to continue on with the remembrance, you are going to have to defeat a Night Lord to be able to get a memory fragment, and it can be any Night Lord, it doesn't matter, you just have to defeat the Night Lord with the Ironeye. So just make sure you do that. So after we beat the Night Lord, we can continue on with the remembrance, and if you've already beaten a bunch of Night Lords with the Ironeye, then you probably don't need to worry about it, and you most likely have memory fragments to be able to progress this remembrance. So you most likely don't have to worry about it if that's the case. Continuing on with chapter 6, we're going to hit begin remembrance, and again it's going to take us out to the round table hold. And we're just going to go right back to the journal and see what our objective is. And it says talk to the priestess. And she's going to be in somewhat the same area. It's not going to show where she's at on your map. But if you go through this middle door again, and you hop over the railing, and then take a right turn inside that doorway again, and there's going to be a door open right down here waiting for you. And if you go down here, she's going to be inside this room down here, which is called the Crypt. And you'll just exhaust your dialogue. So she's going to want you to speak to the Ironeye right here. So you're going to exhaust his dialogue as well. And it's going to prompt you to execute him, which you're going to say okay. And basically it's not going to end up killing him. And so you're going to end up having to do another expedition to be able to come back here and execute him. So after you finish up with that, we're just going to fast travel back over to the journal. And it says defeat the Darkdrift Knight in Limveld. So obviously you're going to have to do another expedition, and you're going to have to beat the Darkdrift Knight with the Ironeye. So make sure you go and do that. He is somewhat of a tough boss. He's not as tough as the Everdark Sovereign new boss they just came out with, but he is a little bit difficult. So if you can do it solo or with a team, doesn't matter. And if you do end up deciding to do it solo, I think it is a little bit easier, to be honest, than doing it with a team. I mean, I could be totally wrong for some cases, but for me, it seemed that, I mean, he obviously has a lot less health when you're doing it solo. And if you have your bow to gold, you can do quite a bit of damage, especially if you have lightning arrows. You can just tick down his damage pretty quick compared to if you have a team with you. So again, some people might not be able to get him on solo, and it might be easier for you with a team, but it doesn't matter how you do it, just as long as you beat him. So once you defeated the Darkdrift Knight, you'll be rewarded with the Edge of Order relic, and basically you're gonna go back down to the Ironeye where he was in the crypt, and this item is gonna go on your dagger. You don't have to do anything, it'll do it for you, but it's gonna help you be able to execute him. So once you get back, you're gonna go over to the journal, and it'll say execute the traitor for your next objective, and you're gonna go back down into the crypt like I mentioned, and once it prompts you to execute him, you're gonna do that. So once you finish up with his dialogue, you can talk to the priestess and exhaust her dialogue as well. Now after you do that, you can go over to the portal here and conclude this portion of the Remembrance. Now there's going to be one more chapter left that you have to do. And once you get back, you'll be rewarded with the Edge of Order relic, and I will be going over that at the end of the video. So to be able to finish up this last step, it's not going to let you begin the next Remembrance, but you are going to have to beat the Knight aspect, which is the final Night Lord in the game, and you are going to have to defeat him with the Ironeye. So again, like I said, make sure you defeat the Night Lord. You can do it solo or with a team. I feel like this boss is a little bit easier with the team just because he's very, very difficult and aggressive. So after you beat him, it's going to spawn you right in front of this castle, and you're going to run up this way and just keep falling all the way up. And once you get up here, there is going to be a body sitting here, and if you've already beaten the game, then you have been through this before. Once you followed the quest and you've beaten the last Night Lord, it'll give you two options. And to be able to wrap things up with the Ironeye's Remembrance, you are going to choose Clench a Dagger, which is the second option. And you're going to hit yes. And kind of a cool cutscene is going to play out, and I'm not going to show you guys this cutscene in the video. You can enjoy it for yourself. And once you get done with the cutscene, you'll be sent back to the round table, and you'll be rewarded with the Remembrance skin for the Ironeye. And I'm going to go over the character skin and the two relics we got. So one of the relics we got is called Edge of Order, and it boosts thrusting counterattacks after executing art for the Ironeye specifically, and starting armament deals holy damage and improved bow attack power. And for the Cracked Ceiling Wax, it extends duration of weak point specifically for the Ironeye, and critical hit earns runes. So they're both pretty good relics, especially if you're using it for the Ironeye. And just to showcase the Remembrance skin real quick, this is the Remembrance skin. It's got blood on the front of it, and I believe that's the only difference compared to the original one that you get. It's fairly cool though. I mean, there's a lot cooler skins, to be honest, but yeah, see, this is the regular one, and it does not have blood on it, and this is the Remembrance one. and you're covered in blood on the front. Alright guys, that's going to wrap things up right there for the Ironeye Remembrance quest. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've got only a couple more to do. I'm going to be doing the Recluse and the Guardian Remembrances here shortly. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.